You're listening to Real with Coach Herb and B, a podcast that brings you community and culture with your host, Coach Herb and B. Here we go.
Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Coach Herb and my girl B, and we're joined by two fabulous young men that are real big players in the shoe game.
A little bit, you know, we getting there.
Yeah, I think me more so than Reggie.
That's what I mean, Reggie likes to wear them more so than sell them.
Yeah, no, but Yaki wears them too, though. Yaki wears them. But it's funny because me and Yaki, we kind of go back since, like, I've known Yaki since middle school.
Yeah.
And we got into, I don't know if we got into sneakers together, but I feel like we started collecting a little bit. Like,
I feel like
the SBs.
Yeah, I feel like it was like right at the end of middle school is when we really started doing sneakers.
Yeah, 2007.
So,
I remember. Go ahead.
Like, did y'all met up and said, "Hey, I like your shoes. Hey, I like your shoes."
Nah.
A little bit more,
That's like a scene from a movie. That'd be funny. Now, I'll say this. I think Yaki was in the shoes before. I just have this memory of Yaki probably like freshman year. Fresh pair of Air Force Ones. And this man was doing the duck walk the whole day at the school so he don't crease those shoes. The whole day. Yaki was doing the duck walk. But I want to say, like, we got into... Like this, when we started collecting the same kind of shoes was Nike SB Dunks. This was like probably 2006, 2007.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And that was like, that's when I got serious with it on some like, it was just beyond just buying because when I was younger, I would just go to Foot Locker and buy one pair you wear for the whole year, you know? Like I really
that
had really one
like
pair of shoes.
Yeah.
Right, you know? And then later on, 2007, it was more like, started collecting. I think Yaki was the same thing with like the Nike SBs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Nice. All right, y'all. So
so
tell
you
me.
guys,
Let's do this.
We're gonna get real, right?
Yeah, let's get real.
What's good?
Yeah, what's up?
Check this out,
So
right?
y'all, first of all, I want y'all to introduce yourself.
Okay.
And Reggie, you go first.
My name is Reggie Vaval.
And then Yaki, you go second. And Yaki, I want y'all to introduce your podcast that you will have as well, and where to get it, where to download it, and your website, and so on and so forth.
All right. Okay.
Promote yourself.
I'm gonna let Yaki go because Yaki's. Okay. I like to say he's the brains of it all, and so I'm gonna let Yaki do that. Go ahead.
Okay.
Yaki.
So our podcast is called the 2 Steps Forward podcast. Talk sneakers, talk things outside of sneakers. We've been talking a lot of Black Lives Matter, a lot of protests, a lot of coronavirus lately. You know, as is the way of the world right now. But we're on all streaming platforms, Spotify, Apple, everything like that. If you just search 2 Steps Forward, and then on social media, it's at 2 Steps Pod on Instagram and Twitter. We just like cut clips and put that on there. So yeah.
And what's the YouTube? Is it 2 Steps Forward?
Yeah,
also?
2 Steps Forward Sneaker Podcast is the YouTube.
Yeah.
We've been slacking a little bit lately on some of the content, but we're gonna be picking it back up. You know, it's tough times right now. It's tough times
but I will say we've been constant with at least uploading episodes at least once every week, every 2 weeks. But with everything extra with like the Instagram and the YouTube, it's a little slacking. But y'all can still listen to us, you know.
Yeah. The audio's there every week.
Right.
That's us too.
Oh yeah. So you guys.
Isn't that her?
Yeah.
So I got a few questions for y'all.
Yeah.
All right. So I want to know, as a shoe collector, what are you all's favorite brands to collect?
Let me start. I can start with that. Like, for me, I have no shame in saying I'm a Nike whore. Like, I'm completely like biased to Nike. I don't have anything against Adidas, but I don't really have any pairs of Adidas. I do like New Balance. I have a couple New Balances, but for me, it's like Nike all the way. Like, I just the history of Nike, just everything they've done, like from Jordan to it all. Like, I don't see myself ever not being a Nike dude, you know. But Yak, I think Yak is a little bit more versatile than I am with his choices. Go ahead, Yak.
Yeah, I would say for me, like I grew up wearing everything Adidas, like T-Max back in the day. I had Allen Iverson shoes, Reeboks and stuff. So I wear sort of all brands. I wear Vans, I wear Nike. But like for me right now, my main I would say is like Nike for sure. And then just like Yeezy stuff. Like I don't even really have any other Adidas besides Yeezy stuff.
Nice. Herb, what about you, man?
Well, you know, now that I'm old, I'm not really a shoe whore anymore. I was kind of a Nike guy, mostly, but I did. My originals was, in actuality, the Nike top 10s. Not Nike top 10s, Adidas top 10s. Sorry. Adidas top 10s. I don't know if y'all know about them, but
I
gotta look those up.
Way back in the 80s. So, but you could get robbed if you had a pair. Right? So I had a pair of those, and I had a pair of joints that I bought at Kmart. I don't know.
Adidas at Kmart?
Kmart?
But it wasn't Adidas. It was the fake me out.
Okay.
Oh,
you would lock those joints to school. And then when you wanted to, like, you know, there was a special significant day where you knew there wasn't going to be no hard head catching you on the corner. You threw those on like on a Friday or something.
I got you.
Or were you on and rested?
And then I know it's a little.
Let's try to get you this.
There wasn't. People claim there isn't a hood here, but there's hood elements. How about that?
Yeah, I don't know Old Reston. I definitely hear stories about Old Reston. You know.
Yeah. So let's just put it that way. So Adidas first, and then I just switched over to Nike, and then I was Nike pretty much, you know, mid '80s because of Jordans as well.
Right.
I have an interesting story about Jordans, and Reggie knows about this story because it still hurts my heart to actually talk about it. So I was living here, and I started doing, not really collecting, I was kind of collecting. It depends on the shoe. So I had like a fresh, in the box, never been opened, 1s, 3s, 4s, and 6s.
All the originals.
Never been opened. Yeah, original.
Wow.
In a box.
Right.
Up in the closet.
Wow.
And I put them up there, and I figured nobody would mess with them. And so then I moved to New York. And basically the late 80s, early 90s, I moved to New York. So I was, you know, running the streets, working. First tried to go to school and all that jazz, didn't really work out. And then I got a phone call from my sister, and my sister was like, "Hey, Mom's cleaning, just got back from Africa.
Oh, no.
I'm originally from Ghana. My mom gets back from Africa, and she's like, what the hell's all these boxes doing?" Yeah, you know where I'm going with that.
Yeah. A lot of experiences.
I see the trauma coming. So like, my sister's like, yeah, so, you know, Mom did some spring cleaning. So I'm thinking like, okay, she went and picked up the boxes, went and put them in my room. No.
Nope.
Boxes and throws them out.
Throw them out, not even gave them away.
Not even give them away.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And I was, you know, like, fast forwarding, if I would have just kept them like in the box, never touched, never worn, I don't even know how much they're worth.
Yeah.
They were like first edition kind of ones, not
Right.
like, you know, I had a buddy that worked at the shoe store in Reston, and they, you know, whenever they got a pair of shoes, and two pair, one, you know, hold on to.
Right.
That traumatic. I think up to my therapist about this.
I mean, truthfully, like ones, even like beat up ones go for thousands now. You know,
Thousands
like
of dollars. Like,
right, yeah.
Mine were unworn.
Wow.
I'm
Right.
thinking, I'm talking about like maybe, $8,000, $9,000.
Yeah, at least.
One.
So yeah, it's
I even had a pair of the Georgetown ones, unworn.
which I don't know. I don't even think I know those ones.
You saying like it was like a
They're
player?
just like the one. They're the ones also.
Like a player edition.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
And she threw those out.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, those probably like 20K now.
Yeah, those are probably way more than what you would get.
Don't say it.
Those are super limited.
Do you ever like bring this story back up to her and just be like,
Yeah. I mean, she was like,
do you know?
I just didn't know. I mean, she doesn't know the value, so she was
Right.
like,
Yeah.
all the shoes. What are you talking about? Why are you,
For our parents, it's just shoes. Yeah.
right.
You
So
know.
it was like heartbreaking to like even bring it back up again. Yeah, that was stressful. So like I went through that phase and all of that, and then that actually broke me from like actually not purchasing shoes anymore. And I wasn't really a collector. I felt like those shoes were like, oh my God, one day I could pull them out and maybe show my kid like this
Right.
is what wear and all that stuff. I wasn't really thinking about it as far as reselling and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. Back then, because I think about that all the time, but like you as an older head, and you were around when those shoes were first coming out, did you think 30 years down the line people would still be rocking those? Like, did you think that?
No, actually, the only ones that I actually thought people would be actually wearing more of was the threes.
Well, how come?
I felt like they looked a little bit more futuristic.
I got you, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Because right now, the most popular Jordan right now, yeah, I think we can both agree is the one, right?
Yeah,
the one is what they're pushing, and like the one came out in 1985, right?
Yeah.
1985.
Right.
My first, like, I think I got them for like $85.
Yeah. Now it's 170.
170.
Retail.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The resale is way more than that.
Yeah, like, what? I
Yeah.
could have put them joints on eBay. Obviously, there wasn't eBay back then, but I
Yeah.
could have put them joints on eBay like last year and paid for my kids' college.
Oh yeah. Not easily. You put two pairs, you're good.
Yeah.
It just breaks my heart. But,
Yeah. But it's one of those things, because for me, like, not as similar as yours, but like I've had shoes that like back in the day, and I think Yaki can say the same thing. Like we've had shoes that, we bought when we were younger, like 18, 19, and then as we get, like, as time goes by, you need money, so you get rid of pairs, and you probably don't get rid of them for not that much money, and now you look at the price now, and it's just way more. Like there's shoes I've gotten rid of for like $200 that go for like $1,000 now. And granted, it took like 10 years for it to get to that point, but it's just that, like, even for like nostalgia's sake, if I want to buy those shoes again, I'm not gonna get them. Like they're gone,
Yeah.
Right. There's no return.
No.
So with that said,
go ahead.
the most like overrated shoe that's like out there right now that like people are trying to get.
The most overrated shoe?
Mm-hmm.
Who you asking that question?
I'm asking all of y'all. What's the most overrated shoe?
I was just talking to Yaki about that. These shoes just came out, and it's not so much that they're overrated. I think they're overpriced.
Okay.
And Jordan just came out with these Dior shoes, the high fashion brand Dior, and the retail price for them is $2,000. And I get it, it's Dior, so that costs a lot more money. But for me, there's no Jordan, and I'm paying $2,000 for on a retail price. But I don't know if I would say they're overrated, because I don't think it's an ugly shoe. It's just like that price is just a lot. Overrated. But Yaki, how do you feel about like overrated? Like,
I think I would say probably like the Travis Scott's, some of Travis Scott's shoes.
So I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah,
just because of the name.
Yeah, like they're definitely like cool designs. He's doing things different, but the prices of them should not be what they are. It's just because of his name tied to him.
I did like I really appreciated the ones though when they did them with like the with the reverse swoosh. I just thought it was like a cool look, but I definitely feel
it's different.
being that price. Yeah.
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 Mm-hmm.
It was cool.
What do you think, Coach?
I feel like, personally, I fell off at Adidas for a while, and then I think like any of the Yeezys, rated.
Which ones?
He said any.
Oh yeah.
Any of them. Just any of them.
I just don't see how I look at the shoe and I'm like, really?
You say like any Adidas shoe?
No,
he said any Yeezy.
Like,
Oh, Yeezy. Okay.
Anything Kanye West touches now.
Sure. Well, not. I see.
I just feel like that they should be that high priced.
Yeah. Whose dog is this?
Coach got all the goddamn dogs.
I know Coach had dog. I'm not a Yeezy fan, but I do like the 350s. I think is a good silhouette. The 350s I think is like the most that's like the most popular Yeezy, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
The 350. Yeah.
Yeah. 100%.
I think the 350s like are a decent shoe.
Are they actually like comfortable?
Supposedly.
Yeah, very, very comfortable.
Okay.
Because they have the boost, right?
The boost, yeah.
Yeah, the boost is supposed to be like really.
How many pairs you got? You saying it like you, like yeah.
Jack looks like he could rock the.
Appreciate that.
Yeah,
appreciate that, Herb.
Yak rocks though. Yak definitely got the Yeezys.
I have 5 pairs of Yeezys right now.
Okay.
You have more 350s?
Like, do they usually like go for? Like, because I don't have a pair at all.
Okay.
And nor do I plan on getting a pair out here. But like, how much do they usually go for? Or what's the range?
So like retail and resale are different. So like retail anywhere from 200 to like 300, I think. Or no, yeah, 300 is like for most of the Yeezys. Mm. But resale can be anywhere from that same 230, 240 to like 700, 800, depending on like how limited it is, what size it is. Yeah. I mean, so I haven't really purchased any of them at an inflated price. I was lucky to be able to get a lot of them for the retail price. But like some of them that I have now, like for example, the classic like Wave Runner, the first at 700 that came out.
Yeah.
If people are familiar with that one, that one I was able to get a second pair at retail, but that has since gone up to be worth like, I think last sale I saw was like $650.
Yeah.
In my size.
That's outrageous.
I have children.
Yeah. And that's not even the worst of it. Like there's even like there's shoes that come out like, I don't know if you guys saw the Nike SB came out with a Ben & Jerry's shoe like maybe last month.
Yeah.
And the first day it came out, the shoes sold online for like
wonderful.
$1,500.
Yeah.
You know? And like if you didn't get them, like the retail price is $100.
Yeah. That's
on the aftermarket.
Bread.
Exactly. Right. Yeah. If right.
Was there like a lottery for that or anything like that? Or was there just like you just log on and people were just getting it?
It's robot people.
You see, there's no robots, but a lot of places they're doing the raffles now, which I think, Yaki, I think you can confirm. Like some bots do get through the raffles, right? Like,
there are raffle bots,
right. But most shops nowadays they just do raffles because it's just like there's just too many people trying to get them. Like it would crash the website. So even Nike for shoes like that, they just run a raffle for like 15 minutes. You enter and then you either win or you don't. You know?
Yeah.
So
well, I think that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, it's more fair, definitely the fairest way.
100%.
But at the same time, it like sucks because there's no like enjoyment in the process. There's no like
I remember going to the Foot Locker and like my cousin worked at Foot Locker one year and like I was super excited because she was able to hold this pair of Jordans for me. I can't remember what they were. I felt like they were like the 10s or something like that. I was super impressed.
You look
and I was
like
man. Yo, I was
You know.
I was excited about these shoes, and I walked up and I was like, I don't have to wait in this line right here. What is this line?
Nowadays,
like, went like all the way down.
You got to pay something extra for that these days. It's like somebody gonna hold a pair for your Foot Locker. It's gonna be an extra $100 or something. It's gonna be something on top of that.
Or like,
I really don't think
there were cats paying people to sit in line.
Stay in line.
Family, basically.
People still do that. Like, people still pay for people to pay in line. But like, it's funny. Like me and Yak, I think we've camped out for a couple shoots together. And like, it's harder to do now when you get older. But like when I was younger, it was fun. I mean, I've only did like a couple, but like, I think every single time I've done it, I was with friends. And even when like things go bad, it's still like a memory to like talk about, because I remember this was probably 2007, 2008 for these shoes, these SB Dunks called the MF Dooms. And we were camping out at the skate store in Fairfax. And like, we were there, like, I don't think Yankee stayed with us that whole night, but I was with my boy Nick. And we just stayed there the whole time. And then like in the morning, people showed up, like try to cut in line. And then some people got messed out on their pairs. And like, that sucked, but like, it makes for a fun story. You know what I mean? Like, I'll never forget that night ever in my life, and it's like, and it's also like experiences shared with your friends. You know what I mean? Like with the collecting. And some people, like people who don't buy shoes don't get it. Like I've seen a lot of people tell me, oh, why do you have like 20 pairs of shoes? Like, but like, unless you either get it or you don't. And I don't like knocking people for not being into the same stuff. Because like me and Yak, we're into sneakers, and some other people might be into collecting, I don't know, teddy bears, or some people buy records and stuff like that. And it's like, just because you don't get it, it's not a reason to put somebody down about it. I think it's okay to not understand it, but like everybody has their own thing. And it's like the sneaker community, like you can find a form, like even when you're out, it's like this unspoken, I don't know if it's unspoken, but like, you'll be out and see somebody with like a certain pair of shoes, and automatically, this person collects shoes. You know what I mean? Like that's the only way it automatically connects you with that person. You know what I mean? So definitely a community behind it. And I'm very appreciative of that. And we all can share these stories. Like we've all had those stories of like, everyone knows you can't get shoes on sneakers, like unless you have bots, so you have like, we all share these moments together, and it's really dope. But yeah.
What's your most comfortable sneakers?
See, honestly, man, like I think my most comfortable sneaker, I think New Balances, like 990s, are like my favorite that I've owned. I've never worn a Boost, but I hear the Boosts are like the most comfortable shoes out there. What do you think, Yak?
Yeezy 700 V1.
And those are Boosts too, right?
Those are Boosts.
Yeah. So 700, that's also the Wave Runner, right?
Yeah, the Wave Runner. So just that Yeezy 700 is just, it like cushions your entire foot.
So, yeah, I've heard a lot of great things. Like for me, like I saw that was one of the questions. It was like, I worked as a preschool teacher, I worked as a tour manager. Like, what's the most comfortable shoe? But like honestly, like I worked at the preschool for a long time, like wearing Vans, and it's funny, like I cannot go back to wearing Vans just because like they're not comfortable. Like
they're not comfortable at all. They're like
at all.
Shoes
I don't really see the excitement in them. Like I really tried on a couple of pairs, and I'm like,
yeah. I think they look like.
They're super
Vans
cute.
Is classic. Vans are classic.
They're super cute.
It's like Chucks
with the right outfit.
Like Chucks are classic, but I don't know that Chucks are the most comfortable shoes.
I still don't understand why people wear those.
I'm wearing Chucks right now.
But Yankee be getting like the fancy Chucks, right? Like you don't get the. Hold them up to the camera right now. Take them off, Michelle. Can you take them off? Which one do you have right now?
Let's see
it's the Fear of God Essential Chucks.
Oh, that's the one with like the different colors.
Nah.
Not the camo John, right?
Nah. Oh no, the Brain Dead ones. Nah, those
Brain Dead. That's what
I wish I was. So it's just like a plain black Chuck, but.
Oh yeah, I do remember those.
Yeah.
It's got like a cream, So
are these made more comfortable than other Chucks? Do you think? Do you know?
I think it's about the same. I think in the Chuck 7, they just like add a little bit thicker of an insole to do it, but it's still just like canvas and
I got you.
Like your foot against everything. So.
You feel like somebody just stab you in your foot.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's funny.
Yeah. It's not fun wearing those Chucks. Nah. My all-time favorite pair of shoes, like the Kobe 2K4s. Those are the most comfortable ones that I've ever worn.
Wait, those aren't the Adidas ones, are they?
Nah, those are Nikes.
Okay. Because I remember when Kobe had the Adidas shoes that looked like
Crazy Eights.
Wasn't that like the first shoes he was wearing, like Adidas shoes?
Yeah.
They look like a futuristic car. Like they did not look good.
No,
But people
I had a pair of those.
Yeah,
I had a pair of those.
My brother was a Lakers fan, so he wanted those. Yeah.
I got clowned on so much for having those shoes.
That's funny.
Like they were clown shoes. Like it was just one of those.
They definitely look like clown shoes.
Nah, I'm not going.
Especially in size 13.
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
you got the big foot. Look like you got a limo on your foot. Now I remember back in high school, I used to wear S. Doc Carter's, the Reeboks, and Yaki like gave me so much crap for having those shoes. Like Yaki was like, this shoe has no sole. This shoe has this. I'm like, man, let me just rock my shoes, man.
I remember when those shoes came out. I remember
they had
the whole ad and everything.
Yep, the S. Doc Carter's and the G units came out too. Like, it was all together. Yeah, Reeboks was just giving everybody like a deal.
Yeah.
You know whose shoes would look cool, but they weren't really that comfortable? Was Allen Iverson's shoes.
Oh, I rocked those.
Yeah.
I had those.
The Questions? The Questions or the...
Yeah, which ones?
Yeah. The Questions.
Wasn't it both of like the questions and the answers?
Yeah.
Yeah. The blue and the red shoes. Or
there was one that looked like an Air Force One.
And it was like, wasn't it like another color that was like gold and silver or something like that too?
Yeah.
But you know they're retroing those, right? I think like even like as of last week there was a new pair that released. There's some Iversons.
Okay.
They got him, so they got his shoe out.
What'd you say?
Got a lifetime contract. He's got a lifetime contract, so they got to pay him.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
He signed a lifetime contract with Reebok like about 4 years ago.
Wow.
That's good for him.
So,
Yeah.
Not to put you on the spot, Herb, but I know you're friends with Grant Hill, and he had the Fila deal, right? Did he ever?
I think he still got the Fila deal, right?
A couple years ago. Huh?
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did he ever hook you up with some Filas?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Back in the day.
Yeah, man. They were a highlight when you know somebody you knew had a
Yeah.
like, you know, I'll tell him to his face like they weren't the most comfortable to wear. But I rocked them because I was like, yo, this is my boys, you know.
That's your boy, yeah. Well, that's the funny. Like I was watching the I'm sure you watched the Last Dance documentary when Jordan talked about when he wore the ones at Madison Square Garden his last year, and he was like, my foot were bleeding, and it's like, and I don't know, like for me, like even like a lot of, because I know now for the Jordans, I know they don't, because I know you play basketball, so I wanted to bring it up, but like the shoes now, like there's no way that people ball in them, you know what I mean? Like the technology, like because I don't think they make them for people to ball in, you know?
Yeah.
The only ones that you could actually probably play in for Jordan shoes now.
Yeah.
All his collection, I think, are the 10s.
True. The
12s too.
The ankle.
12s
yeah,
too.
12.
Yeah.
The 12.
Mm-hmm.
But the 10s were, for me, I wear size 13. They were the most comfortable.
Yeah, I got some big feet.
That's actually my most recent basketball Jordan was a Jordan 10. That I was using the ball in. So
were they comfortable? Like, would you? It wasn't.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
I remember after the 11s came out, the Bread 11s came out on for Christmas in December. Mike Conley, I think, was like wearing them at the game, and I was like, I don't know how he's balling in those because like 11s are so stiff, and like and maybe he had like a special pair, like being a player.
Yeah, he probably got he called and was like, I want to wear those.
Right,
Michael, and like send us your imprint of your foot, you know,
right? Because there's just no way that he bought them. Yeah,
like everybody's like, oh yeah, I want to get a pair of those because this player wears them, but your foot is not meant to wear because like KD's are real narrow, right? So like I can't rock those. You know what I'm saying? I can walk around with them, but I can't play.
You're not balling in those, You're not balling in those,
So like it depends on who the player is and the type of shoe that, you just got to find the right shoe to wear, like,
Yeah.
But like, as far as, let's just put this question out there. So when you guys meet, say, which Jordan would you wear to meet Michael Jordan?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I would wear my favorites. I got a few favorites, and it'd be like the Black Cement 3s. I maintain are one of the best sneakers of all time.
Yeah.
So like either those Black Cement 4s, or like one like either the Concords or Black and Red 11s.
See, everybody wants to do the Concords.
I mean, that's a classic. But Concords. I mean, it's a classic design. It's just kind of. Yeah. I just feel like when that shoe came out, there was just nothing that looked like it, and even like 20 years later, it's still.
Yeah. Blue ones or the regular ones?
No, definitely the regular ones. But honestly, like my favorites are the Black and Red ones, just because it's more of like white shoes are harder for me to wear sometimes, and like the Concord is like overwhelmingly white. But yeah, I don't know about you, Yak. Yak's not the biggest Jordan fan.
Yeah. But, like I've definitely owned pairs of Jordans growing up, but I'm trying to decide between like the ones that I have now versus. You know what? I'll go with cherry red 12s because like I had those for a long period of time, and I balled in those too. So
yeah, those are the white and red ones, right?
Yeah.
Those are classic.
Those are comfortable. Those are pretty comfortable too.
Yeah.
I think I have a black pair now that I just wear.
Whatever.
Just to wear. Yeah.
We have to send you a care package when I get that money.
I feel like such an old person because like I don't like get into shoes as much as I used to.
Yeah.
And then lately I've been like, man, I want to get some shoes and I want to get out there. And I've been, I don't know what it is.
It's funny because like for me, like I definitely went through that.
I don't know what it is.
I went through that time where like because I went through like late senior year of high school, freshman year of college, just like collecting heavy. And it's like somewhere in the middle, like life happened, or just like there just wasn't like as much money, so it's like I just wasn't buying as much, And then like in the last few years, I've been buying a lot more, and it's like it goes. But even in the times where like I wasn't buying, I was still like paying attention to everything, Still very, at least for like this, because I'm a big like Nike SB guy, so I still was like aware of like the stuff that was going around like with that, you know what I mean? But it goes like it's something, it's easy to kind of fall out of it, but I feel like if you really do like I feel like people like me and Yak, like we're gonna be like we might be like 60 years old and still having like a fresh pair somewhere. You know what I mean?
For real.
Yeah.
But that's good though.
Yeah.
So I want to know more about like the resale game. So like, I feel like you are the person to talk.
I am.
Yaki has the floor. I'm gonna let him.
What do you need to know?
You know what I mean? Can you talk about like the different places where you can resell? What's the best bang for your buck? Like, things.
Sure.
Like that. What is need to do?
Okay. So, best places to resell, GOAT, StockX. Those are two places, just for anyone that's not familiar, where they will authenticate the item. So you ship it to them. They make sure it's real, then they ship it to the person that purchased it. So that way you're not having to deal with the buyer directly. It's less risk on your end, but obviously they take fees, so you make less money by selling through them.
Right.
So that's two common places. And then you also have eBay, old classic, still works. Right now they're doing no fees, so it makes it easy to make more money. The only thing with eBay is there's a lot more risk because a lot of people like to scam.
Yep. So, I didn't get the shoes or all types of stuff.
Yeah. So like you have to take.
You get the shoes.
Yeah.
You might get the right shoes.
Yeah.
You might not get, but even on the end of like let's say I'm selling a shoe, I could sell a shoe to somebody, and then they'll be like, I didn't get the shoe, or they say the shoe is fake, and somehow PayPal or eBay will still like they will take that person's word for it. You know what I mean? And that's where it gets risky.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of times what they will do, honestly, is you'll ship the shoes to them. They will either send back rocks or they will send back fake shoes, and eBay usually sides with the buyer, and you're just sort of SOL. And you're screwed out of your money.
All eBay will see is that they sent something back, you know. And for eBay, that's enough to be like, well, it's bad.
And
so
has that happened?
The resellers, the StockX and all that.
It hasn't happened to me, and there are ways to avoid it. Like, one, you want to try to deal with buyers that also have like high reputation, high feedback scores, and two, like, you also want to protect yourself. So when you're like, after you sell something, you want to reach out, make sure the person, like, everything's in agreement, there's no questions or anything. Then when you actually go to ship the shoes, I always record a full video of myself from start to finish. This sounds crazy.
You do that? I didn't know you did that.
I record a full video of myself from start to finish, packaging up the shoes, putting the label on, taping it up, and then I stop the recording. That way it shows that the item was put into the box. I show the label on video, show the buyer it's going to. That way, and I haven't had this happen. I sell other stuff on eBay, not shoes as much, but I haven't had this happen yet to me. But if I ever am in that situation, I'm prepared with a video to provide to eBay. But I actually know people that have done that, and eBay still sided with with the buyer because of some technicality or because of something that couldn't be proven. But like, I don't want to scare anybody away, because like, it's still a good way to make good money on resale because there's no fees on shoes over $100. So like, just be careful with like commonly shoes that are like going to be faked or like targeted, like Yeezys. Like, there's a lot of fake Yeezys out there. So like, people are looking to run that scam, Jordan 1s. But like, if you're selling some Vans, or you're selling, you know, like some regular Nikes that like cost like $150 or something like that, and you bought them for like $90, like, people aren't trying to scam for that. Like, it's not worth their time.
$40.
Yeah, it's not worth their time.
Right.
That's good though.
Kids and all of that.
Yeah. So, yeah, sorry. I don't know if I answered the question there.
No, you did. You did. Because for me, I mean, I've never really resold anything. I've purchased from someone.
Yeah.
And it was so like long ago that it was through eBay, and I just felt like it was just easier because I was just ordering something, and here we go, it's at my house, and I'm like, oh, I really hope it's the real thing. And
and that's the risk you take. But I was gonna say, I heard you ask B. I heard you ask like, what shoes like most profitable. Like, it really varies, you know, because like, there's like certain like, I think right now, like the hottest shoes right now, I think, as far as like Nike, I'm more familiar with Nike. Like, Dunks are really hot right now, and Jordan 1s are really hot right now, and like, so those you always get a profit, but there's different levels to it. Because like the Travis Scott, for example, like a Travis Scott 1. When it came out, you know, I'd make, you know, $1,000 off of it, or like, you know, over $500 from it. You know what I mean? Right. But like, but there's other ones where you might make only like $60 or $70 or like $100. You know, so it varies. You know, and there's a lot of factors. It's like, as far as like the demand for it, as far as like stock number is a big factor. You know, like, 'cause certain shoes, like, they make, you know, 1 million of them, and certain shoes they make 30,000, 40,000. Yeah. So it's like, it really that's a big factor about like how much you can resell the shoe for, you know what I mean? So
well, I got a question for you. So I'm just gonna read this one right off. So what's the most amount of shoes you've had at one time? And then, or do you just own a few pair of shoes and then you kind of like resell them, and then like, you know, kind of like build back your so like, do your whole like shoe process? Because I know we only see you wear a few pair of shoes at school. Like, we already know we only see
but that's cool though. I'm not gonna wear my good stuff at school. You know, like, I'm very selective about what I bring to the school.
Yeah, you can't let the kids mess them up.
Nah, and it's not even just the kids. Like, Bianca, like, outside, like the mulch. You can be on that mulch for 5 seconds. It's going to turn your white shoes black, you know? So for me, it's like, and if I do, like, because I do like have those days where I bring my nice shoes, but when we go outside on the playground, I stay on the cement. I'm not going anywhere else. I'm looking at the kids from the cement. And it's like, all right, kids, we got to go back inside. But like, I think the most I've ever had is the amount like right now, I think I'm sitting at like 20 something pairs, which is not a lot compared to like, because this sneaker, as you'll see, and they just got like closets. And like, for me, like, I just financially don't have that much money. And like, a lot of times, like, I've concerned with the way that shoes are right now. It's hard for certain shoes that I want. There's no other way to get them other than just like from resale. So sometimes, like if this is a shoe I want and resale is $300-$400, I will sacrifice a pair or two so I could pay for that. You know what I mean? Just to like soften them a little bit. So like it's almost like a recycling thing. But like right now I'm sitting at like 20 shoes, and I think that's even when I was like collecting heavy back in the days, that was like the number that I had like around that, you know? But yeah, I don't know about you, Yak. I think you're probably around the same number, right? Maybe more. For like shoes that you rock. Yeah,
oh, that I wear. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. But I know you got way more than that.
You wear it.
I'm probably
how many are you wearing?
I say probably like 25. Yeah. Probably about 25. I would say some definitely a lot less than others. Like I have some old pairs of like just like Adidas shoes that I only wear if I'm just like going for a run or just like going something outside, like just not related to anything. But yeah, I definitely try to keep a good rotation though, to keep them in good condition, because then I don't have to clean them as often, and I don't have to buy new pairs as often if I do it that way. So
see that's the key. So you have like I got like 20 pairs, but you know I'm working 5 days a week, so it's like really I'm really just rotating like 2 pairs a week. You know what I mean? So I'm not like you said, you don't have to clean them and things. I mean, obviously, eventually you're gonna have to clean them, but when even with like 20, that's why for me, like it's not that I don't understand people with. Obviously, I would love to be rich and have as many pairs as I want, but like people that got like hundreds of pairs, it's like you probably wear certain shoes just once a year, if that. You know what I mean? So it's kind of
it just look good,
right? Exactly.
I mean, like depending on like the person, like I just don't understand like why you have like, let's just say 3 different colors of the same shoe.
Oh, that's me.
I will say that I get that because we collect, and I thought about that. And it's like why? Why do we like
3 different colors?
Because like for me, like I collect dunks, right? So it's like I have like all my dunks is the same silhouette, but it's different colors. You know what I mean? But that's the thing, like the colors make the shoe. In a sense, you know what I mean?
I guess so, because I'm like, unless you like, I don't know, color coordinate with your jeans or your blacks or whatever, I'm like, what? Why, man?
But the shoes tell a story too. Like
classic blacks are like, okay, you can rock with that. You can rock that with anything. But if you're going like, oh yeah, I got this lime green one that I rock with this, I'm like, what?
But like shoes,
I don't know, man. I feel like that's how it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be.
I think it is because, like, for me, like,
I got this tiger print shoe. I'm about to put it with this bomb ass outfit. I feel like people
cats with like these Air Force Ones, like every different color. And I'm like, yo,
there's definitely some Air Force One collectors out there.
Yeah.
What I was gonna say though is like shoes. Yeah, Clark Kent is like the big one, but like shoes tell a different story because like I gotta. There's a pair of dunks that I'm rocking that I bought recently. It's like they're green and yellow, and they're supposed to be Brazil. You know what I mean? So like I wear these shoes like I'm representing Brazil. Like they came out with some dunks that were UVA colors, and it's like it's the UVA dunk. And, like
nice.
It's just different things, and like because I definitely see where you're coming from, but it's still like because even like the I'm trying to think. Like I think for Jordans, I think I have one of each silhouette, but like there's different. It's just different styles, and I don't know how to explain it. And maybe because I don't have any issue with the multiple colors and same thing. You know what I mean? Like
4 pairs of
we don't
Chuck
know what
Taylor
he's talking
highs.
about.
4 Chuck Taylor.
Like,
no, 6 actually. If you the normal ones,
different colors.
Yeah.
Wow.
And y'all keep be having like the high
for myself,
Chucks
I have
too.
A whole bunch of Chucks, like just different colors for no reason that I just feel like are appropriate. You're supposed to do that, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
I think so. I think so.
I like there's comfort shoes and there's I guess the ones you rock with when you feel a certain way.
Right.
Like, I guess when you get old like me, you get like I want to be comfortable.
Yeah.
So if it's gonna be like I wear the 2K4s because they're the most comfortable to work in.
Yeah.
And then I rock some Allbirds. You know, just regular Allbirds, which are like very comfortable shoes.
Yeah.
But sneakers, you know, I used to be like into like a different colors with different pairs. You know, I would get a different pair of Nikes because I felt like, oh, these will be nice.
Right.
I've never strayed too far away from Nike.
Yeah, I think it's hard to. I think it's also depends on like what you started with, and like I definitely started with Nike. I mean, like I remember when I moved to America and like watching like rap videos and like everybody was rocking Air Force Ones, and I'm like, I want Air Force One. Like all the rappers
Air Force Ones.
You know what I mean?
I had now to go back, I did have like 3 different colors of Delta.
Now he's talking and he's talking about
Adidas,
now he got some different.
But you know, that was because like, you know,
you got an excuse.
You kind of have to with the outfits. Like you can't wear like, you know. So I had like a black.
Wearing different color ones of the same shoe, but then saying you got to put it with a different outfit. You something else. That's okay.
See, I'm not big on matching.
But that's because when you're going to school. When you go to school, you have to have like.
You lay your outfit out next to the shoes and everything.
Yeah.
No, I get it.
You know, now you're like, man, as long as my feet feel good, I'm good. But now,
we have a mutual friend of ours. His name is Nick, and he's the one that got me into buying sneakers.
Yeah, same.
And for him, like, it got to a point where he kind of, I wouldn't say he fell up, but was buying less. And I was asking, like, why? And for him, he was like, for now, like, for me, like, comfort. I take comfort over how good the shoes look. Because he's definitely like a Jordan guy. But honestly, like, Jordan, a lot of Jordans are not comfortable these days. Like, they're just not, you know, like, they're not shoes that you're supposed to be standing up. And I went to there was a vigil in Sterling, and I wore my Black Cement 3s, and I walked like 2 miles in them. Never again.
I know.
Never again.
I know your bunions were crying, boy.
I think my feet hurt for like 3 days, bro. I'm not even exaggerating, man. Like and it's like, but that's the thing. I don't think they make those shoes for perform. They make them for you to look good in, you know?
Look good in the standard apart. You go stand at the party, and you be like,
exactly. I got these Jordans on, you know.
Yeah.
But
you go 2-step. That's it.
Exactly.
You know.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna do a lightning round real quick.
All right.
If y'all are.
What's the gist of the lightning round?
So I'm gonna ask you all 5 questions.
Okay.
And Herb included.
Okay.
Uh-oh. All right.
And you guys are going to go in the order of Yaki and then Reggie. How about that?
Okay, sounds good.
So is it 1-1-1?
So I'm first.
5.
The pressure's on.
5.
I think she's going to ask a question.
So I'm just going at a time. I'm going to go one question at a time.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm not going to ask all 5 because that's just a bit aggressive.
And you got to remember them.
I don't know.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
What was question number 2 again?
Yeah, one at a time. Here we go. All right, y'all. So, question number 1. One shoe to wear at work. Go ahead, Herb.
2K4s. I already said it.
Go ahead, yeah.
Blazer High.
For me, my most comfortable shoes I wore at work were New Balances 990s or 993s. Like that variation. Very comfortable.
Nice. All right, number 2. I think we might have said this, but meeting MJ, do you choose to meet him in?
Me, the 3s.
3s.
Yeah, cherry red 12s for me.
I'm going to go with the 3s also. Black Cement 3s.
Okay. Nice.
Can I have 2 answers? Black Cement 3s or, you know, the Royal ones? I can't pick one, but my bad. Go ahead.
No. I mean, I like the ones too, but the 3s got me hooked.
Yeah.
So is that like also your all-time shoes
Jordans?
for MJ as well? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Are those your all-time Jordans?
So it goes in that order. Like the 3s are like number 1s.
Yeah.
Favorites.
Okay.
And the 4s.
It depends on the colorway of the 4s. Yeah.
And then the 1s actually third. And then so on and so forth. Like then I just fall right back in line in order.
I got you.
Kind of weird.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And is that for all of you all, the Jordans that you all name? Are those your all-time shoe?
All-time shoe?
I don't know about
for like
all-time
a Jordan.
shoe.
For like a Jordan.
Oh, all-time Jordan, yeah.
All-time Jordan. Go ahead. Yeah. All-time Jordan for me is Black Cement 3, Black Cement 4s, and one of the early OG ones, whether it's the black and red ones or the royal ones, one of those.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Okay. I'll stick with my Cherry Red 12.
Sure.
Okay. I'll take that. And then what shoe would you wear to go see Travis Scott?
Herb, are you going to see Travis Scott?
Hey, Herb.
For me to go see Travis Scott, I might take my daughter.
If you met,
he's like, I'm confused. Why would I do that?
You might be. Look,
why would I might take my daughter.
If you were going to go meet him,
what's going on?
If you were going to go with Scott, what shoe would you wear?
I probably would wear some very comfortable Air Force Ones. I don't even know if I would wear his shoes because I like the way they designed them, but I was like, if they're comfortable,
they're good design shoes.
The comfort of the ones. If they're the comfort of the ones, I don't know if I could stand in the concert that long rocking them.
Nah.
You know,
probably not.
Air Force Ones would be actually.
And he throw a festival.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if you're going to Travis Scott, you're gonna be moshing.
I mean, some comfortable Air Force Ones. That's for me. You know.
What about you, Yak?
I would say I would go with my Brain Dead Chuck Taylors, just because they're kind of like wacky and crazy, and it sort of fits with the vibe that I feel like I would get at a Travis Scott concert.
Travis Scott, yeah, I don't even know what you would get at a Travis Scott.
I'd probably try to wear some Jordan 1s too, but if I met him, I would shake his hand and say, I don't have your shoes, but thank you because they've made me $1,500.
I appreciate you.
I would say they helped me at times where I needed some money. I appreciate you, son.
No, my daughter bought a box of his cereal.
Yeah, they got the cereal, yeah.
What? Like, he had cereal?
Reese's Puffs.
I will say this
Puffs or something.
Before we go to the next question. Like, I'm not a fan of his music at all, but I am I do think they've done a good job with a lot of his shoes. I think they like I think he has a hand in designing them. Like, I really like the Jordan
he's
ones.
better. I mean,
yeah, I would think he does. Yeah, I'm sure he did. But yeah,
I mean, I would hope that he does. How about that?
Checks. Look,
if he doesn't, I would be very upset.
Over stripes.
Right, exactly.
Hey, I wear everything, so I got no beef for no brands.
Checks and stripes.
Yeah, checks and stripes. Yeah.
As long as they write the check.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love it.
What's
well,
up?
my next question is, what is your first date sneaker? What's the sneaker that you'll wear on a first date?
Ooh.
Herb.
I know, I hear you. I mean, my first date, I guess I did have a pair of shell toes. So I probably would go with those.
Did you have a bucket hat too?
No. I actually didn't have a sweatsuit. I had some detention cuffs in my Levi's jeans and a nice shirt. I just
had to make sure you didn't.
Funny.
Had your gold chain too, bro.
With the pager.
I did have a pager, and I did carry my phone on my shoulder.
Yeah.
I was actually one of the first dudes to have one of those phones.
That's funny.
The one you pulled out of the car and carried.
Right.
Yeah.
We came a long way.
Yeah, we did.
Nice.
So,
who's next? Yeah,
for you.
Yeah, my answer, I would sort of say it depends. I would for something more like fun or exciting, I'd probably wear some a little bit more wacky, some with a lot of colors. But for some like more low key, just like a clean like blazer, just like white black or like white with the red swoosh check.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
For me lately, like these are like my go-to for like if I go somewhere that I feel like I gotta like dress nice, like wear like a polo or something like that. Like I've been like in this shoe, and it's like all leather. It's like the Diamond Dunk, and this is just a shoe where it's like I can still be myself, but it looks a certain way where it's like I feel like the black leather gives it a.
Yeah.
I mean, I had it right here. Because if I told you.
For me, I'm going to show you the shoe. Exactly.
I felt like if I said the name, y'all wouldn't know what it is other than Yaki, you know. But like, but these are the ones that I like on some like. I feel like it's formal. I think the black leather gives it like kind of a formal look. You know what I mean? So
yeah, you can probably rock those with a pair of slacks. You can rock those with a pair of slacks.
I don't want no slacks, but you know, maybe like the boys to men at the Grammys.
No doubt. I actually thought when I saw you in the suit at your when you received that award.
I wouldn't do that.
Why not?
I can't do it. Like for me, I'm not a fan of the suit with like I love sneakers, but like time and place for everything. Like to me, like a suit is supposed to be worn with dress shoes. You know what I mean? Like I don't know how Yaki feels about it, but I wouldn't do a suit with sneakers unless like it had to be a certain type of occasion. I wouldn't do it at that event. But go ahead,
Yeah, it definitely depends on the event, but I think also like it's just like the pants need to be tailored for the sneakers.
Yeah, it got to be right.
Yeah. Y'all not gonna wear the suit with the open chest and like the bright colors.
I got a little too much blubber for some open chest suits.
I
mean, unless you were showing off the chain or something.
Yeah. Like somebody from the 80s out of Miami.
Yeah.
Rick Ross.
Right, exactly.
Oh,
How he do
and the last
200 pounds and gain it back?
Oh, he gained it back?
He gained it back?
He still looks a little thin, though.
Yeah.
He's not as big as he used to be.
He gained all of it back.
Right, yeah.
He's back to, he's trending upwards.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
He's trending upwards. Oh, my God. All right, y'all. I got one last question. Okay. And so, one shoe for the rest of the year. 2020 has been a really interesting year. So if you could think about 2020, what is a shoe for 2020? What speaks to 2020?
Oh, a shoe for 2020?
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, Herb.
Comfort? I told you,
what speaks to you?
Right now, what shoe speaks to me is Allbirds. And they're not sneakers. They're kind of like sneakers, but they're not really. They're just very, very, very comfortable. I'm actually looking to go get another pair. That's how comfortable they were.
Sure.
They are. I don't know. I would do sneakers right now. Right now, I'm like, You know what I'm saying? But that's because I'm old and my feet hurt. You know. I want foot comfort. I'm not really
nothing wrong with
right
that.
Now.
Nothing wrong with that, man. Be comfortable.
Like right now, I'm wearing these for comfort.
That's the way to do it, though.
Yeah.
Look at you. Them joints look like grilling sandals.
Yeah. Hey, they are grilling sandals.
That's funny. You see somebody wearing those, you know the food about to be good. You know,
about to be good.
Right.
Food about to be lit.
What about you, Yak? What's your 2020 shoe?
I've already mentioned them, but I would say the Brain Dead Chuck Taylors. I think I'm going to actually grab them after I finish talking, but I think it sort of describes what a lot of stuff that's going on in this country right now. I feel like there's a lot of people that aren't really like thinking outside of what they're being fed by certain media sources, certain particular media sources.
Right.
And there's a lot of just like, a lot of people are waking up. A lot of people are seeing the problems that exist in society and how they've been sort of taped over and band-aided. So I just think it's like it would be an interesting interesting sort of expression on that, especially because the shoe itself is so crazy. Like, and
you should definitely show them because it's a really dope shoe as far as like just everything. For me, like I can't think of a 2020 shoe. Like if I'm thinking of a shoe that would represent the year, it's hard for me to not pick a shoe that's not like depressing and like. Because there's some shoes that I think about, like, there's some Nike SBs, like, Day of the Dead, like, they have skeletons. Like, it's just really depressing, and I don't feel like putting that out there, you know? But if I'm to say, like, what shoes, like right now, like, I'm a big dunk guy, you know? So for me, like, I don't know if I can pick a specific dunk, but, like, the dunks, I mean, they've made a big comeback in the last year, and, like...
They have.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy.
Good luck.
Like,
good luck.
Right, exactly.
I know, right?
Like, it ain't happening. But yeah, you got the brain dead.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah, show the people.
Okay, so this is the left shoe. So one side is zebra. The brain dead logo is like right there.
Yeah.
So one side is zebra. The other side is camo.
Oh,
the
nice.
back heel is like American flag.
Yeah.
Tongue is black and white polka dot.
And the heel and the bottom is
the bottom's just like a normal
regular shark. Yeah.
Oh, okay,
black.
Good. I thought it was like gonna be like Confederate flag or something.
So you can walk on.
You know what?
So you can walk on them. Let's step on these.
Hey, I'm with it, man. I'm with it.
I'm with that too, actually.
You know.
And then
might have to call Converse.
And we got a new shoe.
So the other side is like cheetah print or leopard. The other part, the stars of the American flag, and then like I think it's giraffe.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just giraffe. Yeah.
So just like a crazy.
Is it something different on that shoe too?
Oh yeah, and then it's white with black polka dots instead of black and white polka dots.
That is a good shoe.
That's one pair, right?
Yeah, this is one pair. Yeah.
Yeah, that's dope.
Nice.
That's dope.
It definitely is a 2020 shoe.
I might rock a pair of those. I might rock a pair of those for some cool outs at the cookout.
Yeah.
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 Yaki definitely wears those a lot. I've seen him wear them a lot.
Yeah.
That's definitely it's a good
nice.
pair. Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, I haven't had Chucks in a while, man. I used to rock Chucks when they were popular back in the day, like all the time.
I used to wear Chucks in high school when I used to listen to a lot of West Coast rap, and I tried to look like a rapper from the West Coast. So I used to be khaki suit with the Chucks, like.
Yeah.
I don't have any pictures from that time.
Right there.
Yes, I had the Dickies suit. Exactly the Dick. I went to Walmart. Bro, I had the Dickies suit. I went to Walmart, bought the Dickies shirt, the Dickies pants. Bro, I was going there. I definitely look like Obama. But
with your white beater and all that.
Nah, I never did the white. I did the white tees. I would do like a white tee with like some blue khakis with some Chucks, or I would do just like the whole Dickie suit with like the Dickie shirt, Dickie pants with some Chucks. Like I looked like I was about to like shoot 5 people by the end of this little Straight up gay. Only thing missing was a Jerry curl, which I thought about doing, but good thing I never did.
I am so happy you did not do that.
I'm not even kidding.
So going on that, so we're about to finish up. So B, we do a little thing where we kind of promote some local business or some small business. Yeah.
Yes.
And we go back and forth with a lot of little places. So what you got for us tonight, Miss B?
So
good?
My local business for tonight, because it is a sweet treat. It is someone who we know really well. Her name is Christy, and she bakes and she makes cupcakes and cakes and cake pops and different varieties of baked goods. And I will be posting her website and whatnot, and Instagram handle at the bottom, and it's called Lots of Confetti. And so I had the pleasure of having Christy make my daughter's birthday cake.
I saw it.
No, she
It
did
was
that.
here in A Perfect Cake. It was real.
Yeah.
It was.
So
it was
like,
boss.
it was great looking at
So,
it. It was quarantine time, so we couldn't go over there and eat it. It looked good.
So
Like,
I had two cakes, and I'll be promoting that other lady. I'll be promoting the other lady in another episode. But I was like, let me take care of my friend Christy first. But I had her cake in one part of the Zoom call, and I had the other cake in another one. And
That's
so,
great.
yeah, I just figured, and I'll share her information in the video. And so, yeah, lots of confetti. And that's the small business.
I feel like we need to do this again, and maybe
yeah,
I don't know how deep you guys are into music, but I think y'all might have some
yeah
for sure
yeah
some
knowledge
even
to
feed us.
For sure, maybe even come on our podcast because we've been having guests too. So like maybe one time like we could fit y'all in, just to, like just talk.
Definitely.
That way you can have the old guy talk about the old music, while you young guys try to hit us with the new hip hop that's going on.
Yeah, I'll definitely speak to that.
It's funny because I was telling Yak I have another old friend. Look, see, I got more than one old friend, Herb. No.
Yeah, I know. That's very surprising.
I was telling Yak, I was like, I kind of want to have him on our podcast just to have like that other perspectives, and it's like, even for you,
old cats give you a little bit different.
100%, 100%.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I had fun tonight. Good.
Same.
No, we appreciate y'all coming on.
Great meeting you, Yak. So
yes.
And we appreciate y'all coming on there.
Herb and Yak gotta have a jollof rice battle because Yak will say Nigeria.
100%. Oh, come on,
where?
man.
He's Ghanaian, so he's not gonna rock with you.
Where you from, Yak?
I mean, Nigeria.
They don't have jollof in Nigeria.
That's lies. That's cap. That's cap. That's
cap.
Are you
serious right now?
That's cap.
I've yet to meet a Nigerian that's made me jollof that I've gone, oh.
Well, I can't cook it, but my mom makes the best.
Yeah.
Plus, Niger won the jollof.
Yes, they did. I'll give it to y'all. It was this young lady that won it. Even Ghana gave her props.
That's what's up.
I think it was actually held in Ghana. So
sounds like a W.
Nice.
It sounds like a W that came out of nowhere. But it might have been because of quarantine. I'm not sure.
But yeah, I don't mean to start the wars right now.
We'll let you have that one. You know. Like my boy said, the sun shines on any dog's ass. So.
Touche.
But yeah, I have fun tonight. This was good.
This has been wonderful, and you all subscribe to us if you enjoyed our podcast to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. I believe we're all over SoundCloud.
You gotta be everywhere. Now, you gotta be everywhere.
Facebook, Bean Pod, all that.
Yes.
I'm like,
and I know, right? We're on. He said Bean Pod. We on Podbean.
Yeah. Pod, Bean Pod. Bean Pie, my brother, all that stuff. I'm like,
Reggie, just so you know, and share your podcast because you want.
Perfect, awesome, man. Thank you.
That.
Apple Podcasts. And
we're
how many
about to update
episodes?
the logo.
29 episodes.
We just recorded 30
yesterday.
Yeah, we're gonna change the logo.
Yeah, we're about to change the logo.
But and we just did episode 30 yesterday.
We got our logo going.
Okay, congrats.
Yeah,
milestone.
Nice.
Absolutely.
That's a milestone.
Yeah, we're going into it. So
we're trying, yeah.
All right, well, we'll be
still
sharing
alive,
the
I would like to
information
be on
down here
episode
below.
100.
You'll be alive. We're gonna get to 100 very soon. Give us 2 years, right? Like a year and a half. Yeah.
Well, then I'll probably be still around then.
Appreciate y'all.
Yeah.
All right,
Appreciate having us on.
Appreciate it.
All right,
thank
y'all.
you.
Well, thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Take care.
All right. Peace out.
Peace.
The Real to Real podcast is presented by Herbert Williams Bafo and Bianca Mosquitis. Our producer is Ben Runyon. Our technical director is Nick Patry. Audio and video lead is Megan Kotner. If you enjoyed this episode, please follow and like us on Facebook and Instagram at Real to Real and subscribe to us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Podbean, or anywhere else podcasts are found. While you're at it, if you found value in this show, we'd appreciate a rating on iTunes. It's been real with Coach Herb and B.